everyone, thanks for joining me. Today I just thought I would do a little practice on some sun salutations. So if you feel like you've just been sitting around all day, or maybe first thing in the morning you just want a good stretch, then I recommend doing a few sun salutations. You get an all over body stretch and it just gets you moving and just feeling really great. I love doing sun salutations. So we're going to just start off with a bit of seated meditation, just to bring ourselves into our practice, just to take a few moments just to connect with ourselves, and then we'll move into a bit of warming up, and then we'll go into a few rounds of sun salutation, and I'll do a few different versions, and you can pick and choose depending on how you are feeling. And again, with this practice today, with this video, you can also just pick and choose what you want to do. If you want to just skip straight through and go into the sun salutations, although I always recommend starting off slowly, but if you don't have the time and you just want to do 5 minutes, then go straight into the sun salutations, but just being sure that you start off quite slowly just to warm up and then start building it up. And if you want to just come in and do a bit of the seated meditation, then just do that, do the seated bit and carry on, and then come out of it. Or if you want to do a few of the stretches as we warm up, a few of the warming up routine, because you maybe just been sitting at your desk all day or sitting on the sofa and feel like a bit of a stretch, you can just do that warming up. So whichever, you can just pick and choose or do the whole thing. So I'm going to start off seated on my cushion, just to make myself a little bit more comfortable under my sit bones. Having a bit of space through the front of my body. And you just make yourselves comfortable, whatever your comfortable seat is, cross-legged, legs straight, legs bent, whatever you feel comfortable with. Just take a few moments just to start settling in, closing our eyes, and we'll just start bringing ourselves, our awareness to our body, to our practice. So just having your hands comfortably on your legs, or if you want to place the right hand over the left hand, and just coming into a little mudra just to quieten the mind. You can seat your hands in that position too, with the thumbs touching. So just take a few moments to settle in. Just starting to feel nice and relaxed. Have those shoulder blades just slightly drawn towards each other, just so your chest is nice and open. You have the spine is nice and long. Just have the navel slightly drawn in, just to keep you supported in your seated position. Your chin, again, that it's not sticking up or it's not too far down. Your neck is just staying nice and comfortable in that kind of neutral position. And then just relax. And just take a few moments just to connect to our bodies, and we'll take a quick scan through our body, just noticing if we are holding on to any bits of tension that you might not even be aware that you're holding on to. So just noticing your face. Does it feel nice and relaxed? Just having that small space between your teeth as you relax your jaw. Let your forehead relax. Any tension between the eyebrows, just letting it go. Feel the face relaxing. The shoulders feel relaxed. Chest is still opened. Heart slightly lifted. But the shoulders are relaxed, making space for your neck. The spine feels relaxed. Just feel your body sinking as it relaxes, but still staying nice and long through the spine. Just feel the weight sinking down past your spine to your pelvis as your body relaxes. Feel those sit bones a little firmer on your mat or on the floor as your pelvis relaxes. Your legs relax, letting your feet relax. And your arms are relaxed, hands feel relaxed wherever you have them, in your lap, in your mudra, just gently relaxing. And then start connecting with your breath. Starting to notice your breath. Start slowing down the breath. Start taking longer inhales, longer exhales. So really slowing down the breath. Noticing the breath nice and long as we start breathing more with our diaphragm, fully with our diaphragm. So you're taking the breath, you're starting to bring it up from the belly as you inhale, all the way up to the chest. And then as you exhale, just relaxing the breath out from your chest down towards your belly. So as you inhale the breath through the nostrils, just feeling it drawing up through the front of your body. And then as you exhale, letting it go. And just a few more rounds. So trying to keep the breath natural, just a nice organic breath. So you're not forcing it, you're just gently starting to take longer breaths. So don't put too much into it, just let your body naturally start slowing down, lengthening the breath. And as you exhale, letting the breath out. And then we'll take a few more rounds. As we inhale and exhale, just feel that rise and fall, noticing that rise and fall of your body as you inhale and exhale. So really tuning into that, connecting the mind to the body with the breath. And we'll take 5 more rounds of breath. So inhaling nice and long. Take a moment and then exhaling nice and long. Take a pause. Inhaling, second round. Take a pause and then exhale. Take a moment, 3 more rounds. Taking your own count. Staying relaxed. Take that moment between inhale and exhale. Exhale and inhale. Final round. A nice long exhale. Good. Coming back to your normal breath. And this may be all that you're doing today, some seated meditation. And we're going to continue. We're going to bring our hands together in front of our heart and just take a few moments. If you want to, I invite you to take a moment just to think about an intention for your practice today, or an intention for your day, for your life. So just take a few moments if you want to, just to set an intention. Or just sitting in stillness if you prefer not to. And then we're going to take our palms and give them a nice brisk rub, starting to build up energy. Feel that heat rising as the energy builds up. And then placing those palms over our eyes as we blink back into the light. And we take our hands away. We begin our greeting with our greeting of Namaste, love and peace. And again, thank you for joining. And we'll continue just with a few warm-ups before we go into our sun salutation. So maybe uncrossing and crossing the legs if they've been crossed. We'll start off with a few neck stretches. So taking our chin over to the right shoulder, back to center and to the left. So it's just like we're nodding, head going side to side. Sorry, like we're saying no. Nose to feeling stiff. No to not making time for ourselves. And then we're coming back to center, and then we'll nod for yes. So chin to the chest, inhaling towards the ceiling, exhaling chin to the chest, inhaling chin to the ceiling. Yes. Just enjoying life, enjoying our practice, enjoying our day. Yes, to taking that time for ourselves, just even if it's just 5 minutes, 10 minutes, just some time for ourselves. Final time as we inhale, opening up, exhale, chin to the chest, give the back of the neck a little stretch, and then we'll give the throat a little stretch. So taking the chin up again and just stretching it out a little bit, a few breaths, and then we're back to center. We'll just give ourselves a few shoulder rolls, and then to the opposite direction, and just a couple of rounds or a few rounds of cat-cow. So coming back to center as we inhale, draw those shoulder blades back, leading through our chest, through the mid-back as we open up the chest. Exhaling, rounding up that spine, chin to the chest. A few more times. Inhaling, lifting up that heart, lifting up the chest, draw those shoulders back. Exhaling, stretching out the spine. And through a few extensions and flexions through the spine, warming it up. Final time. A nice big exhale. Good. Come back to center. We'll take a few side stretches. So reaching up with the left hand. On the exhale, as the right hand comes down, stretching over. Come back to center as we inhale, reaching up. Exhaling, stretching over. If you want to make those stretches a little deeper, just bend that supporting arm. Keep those sit bones firmly rooting back towards the mat. So the opposite hip bone's not coming up, sit bone, we're sending it back to the mat, keeping that stretch through the side of the body, and we're on our final round. And then come back to center, and we'll just do one twist either side. So right hand starts going behind you as the left one to your knee, a gentle stretch here, gazing back. And then bringing the face forward, and then just bring that chin down towards your chest. Just get a stretch through that trapezius muscle on the right side. So really rooting down through that back arm. Good. Release. Come back to center and switch sides. Left hand goes behind, the right one grabs that knee. Go for a twist through the spine and then start looking back. Head turns back last. Relax into that twist. And then staying with the twist, just bringing the neck, releasing the spine slightly as the neck comes forward. And then just bring that chin down towards your chest. Again, get a stretch through that left trapezius muscle, rooting down through that back hand. Softening this right shoulder. Good. Come back to center, and we're going to come up onto our knees, onto our hands as we get ready to come into down dog. So spreading out our fingers, going to tuck our toes under, rooting down through our hands, and we want to energize our hands outwards towards the baby finger, towards the outside of the hands, as well as rooting down through those thumbs, tucking the tailbone, tilting the tailbone out. Rooting down through those hands, feel the energy rising up those arms to your back. Keep the knees soft for the moment as we lengthen that spine, energy rising up to that navel as we draw that navel back towards the spine. Just holding it here, energy rising and then going down the back of our legs,
down to our feet and just feel the connection of the mat to the feet. And then maybe start walking out one leg at a time. So bending and stretching opposite legs, just walking out that dog. Giving the hamstrings a nice little stretch. Keep rooting down through those hands, engaging that energy outwards. And then let's come back to center, holding here in down dog for one last time. Really warming up those hamstrings, let the neck relax. And then looking towards our hands as we walk through to the top of our mats into a forward bend. Just holding it here. Halfway lift as we bring our hands to our shins, lengthen the spine looking ahead. Just letting the blood settle as we start coming up, softening the knees, roll the shoulders and bring the hands all the way to the heart. And we're going to get ready for a couple of rounds of sun salutation. So we'll start off with just a half salutation and then we'll go into the full version, just classic sun salutation. So feet are hip distance apart as we start off in Tandasana. Again, making sure we're not dropping into those insteps, engaging those inside seams of the legs and rooting through the outside, towards the outside of the feet. Palms are facing forward just so that the chest is nice and open, rooting down. Take a nice circle back with the arms, taking them all the way around, a big stretch, a gentle back bend, inviting the day in if it's in the morning or just the evening in as we hang in a forward bend, stepping that right foot back, the knees on the mat, chest up, chin up. Now making sure that front knee stacked over heel or slightly ahead, just not shooting past the toe. We're lifting the chest so we're not resting on that leg. Maybe have the fingertips, or if you have two blocks, you can use two blocks or two cushions to give you a bit more height. Relax the shoulders, chin is up and straight ahead, like someone's pulling you through the top of your head, through the crown of your head. Stepping back into down dog. And now here we're going to change sides and the right leg's going to come through. We can take that right heel up towards the ceiling, left heel down if you want to create a nice big stretch. Then bend that right knee, start bringing that right foot a couple of steps if you need to between the hands as we bring the left foot down, left knee down, chest up, chin up. Again, making that space, relaxing, reaching those shoulders back, lengthening through the spine into a forward bend. Start rolling those shoulders back, root down through those feet, hands come back to the heart. And we'll go for another half round, reaching back into a forward bend. Let's take that left foot back, knees on the mat, chest up, chin up. So it's not falling towards your chest, it's staying nice and long. That neck is long, being pulled up into down dog. Now if you do want to pick up the pace, you can start picking up the pace, maybe letting the video go a little bit faster. Then we're going to switch sides, left heel up towards the ceiling, right heel down if you want to get a stretch. If you don't, just bring the foot straight through, a couple of steps, right knee on the mat, chest up, chin up, lengthen through that spine, draw those shoulders back into a forward bend, we step, rooting down through the feet, soften the knees, hands come back to the heart. Good, we're going to go for a couple more rounds of full sun salutation now. And we'll add in a few different moves as we go through. So rooting down through the feet, opening up the chest. Let's circle the arms back, a gentle back bend. Keep reaching, 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 reaching. Palms facing each other, coming forward, lengthening the spine all the way down. Right foot goes back, knees on the mat, checking your left knee. And again, if you want to make it that bit stronger, you can have the knee off the mat, pushing that heel back. And we're still lifting up the chest, lifting up the chin. Stepping back into down dog. We'll continue with the full version as we come into 8-point pose. We're shifting the weight slightly forward. Stop bringing the knees down to the mat. And then we're going to root down through our hands. Elbows start bending. Elbows are pointing back to the body. They start bending towards us, keeping them close to the side of your body. Chest and chin. If this is too much, go straight down onto your back. Next breath, slide the legs back as the chest comes up. into a baby cobra or full cobra. Tuck the toes under, push back into down dog, rooting back through that navel. Let's take a nice big step with that right foot, or a couple of steps, left knee on the mat, chest up, chin up. If you want to make it stronger, knee comes off the mat, but you push that heel back. Coming through into a forward bend, rooting down through our feet. Let's come all the way up, hands back to the heart, and let's continue with another round, reaching back into a forward bend. There's so many versions, taking that left leg back, knees on the mat, or knee off the mat, chest up, chin up, into down dog, rooting down through those feet. Let's bring those knees to the mat, and then chest and chin, elbows stay nice and close, slide the legs back as we lift the chest into a baby or full cobra. Have a bit of space between the legs. More apart your legs are, the less intense that back bend will feel. Tuck the toes under, back to down dog. A nice big step through with that left foot, right knee on the mat, chest up, chin up. And then coming into a forward bend, rooting down through those feet, rolling those shoulders back. Hands come back to the heart. And we'll go and do another round, and I'll come to this side of the mat so it's not just mixing it up a bit. So again, this time we're going to just put in a crescent moon, so getting a bit more openness through the chest, and we'll also take a side stretch, so we're warming up the spine as well and giving the spine a stretch through its different movements. So rooting down through the feet, opening up the chest, roll those shoulders back, keep circling, taking it nice and slowly, really reaching back, lengthening that spine, softening those shoulders into a forward bend. Right leg goes back, knees on the mat. Checking left knees over heel, coming up as we inhale, palms facing each other. Relaxing those shoulders. Again, if you want to make it stronger, you may find this a little bit more challenging, pushing that heel back. And come into down dog, stepping back. And then let's come into 8-point pose again as we shift the weight forward. Knees can come to the mat, or you can hover the knees, elbows go back, and then we're just straightening the legs, coming into a baby or full cobra. Relax the shoulders. Remember, your knees are always there to help you through these different poses. If you want to make it more dynamic, then just let your knees not come down on the floor, but you really want to engage the legs so they're nice and strong, supporting you. Tuck the toes under, back to down dog. A nice big step through with that right foot, left knee's on the mat, inhaling to crescent moon. Again, stronger practice, bringing that knee back in a nice low lunge. Hands come either side of the foot, coming through to a forward bend, root down through your feet, arms coming all the way back, hands back to the heart, and let's go with the left side, so reaching back into a forward bend, taking that left foot back, the knees on the mat, crescent moon, inhaling up, and we'll take a side stretch, so grabbing your left wrist with your right hand, and just feel like you want to pull that left wrist away, rooting down through that front foot, engaging those thighs towards each other and drawing back through that navel, so you really feel the energy rising up through the leg as you root down into your navel. Nice and steady as we stretch over towards that right leg. And if you want to make that pulling action with that left hand away from the right, it just wakes up those shoulders as well, strengthens the shoulders, but you can just do it nice and relaxed and just hold it. Coming back to center, let's step back. And rooting down through hands, through feet. And this time, let's shift the weight forward into a high plank, engaging that core. And we're going to come through chaturanga. Again, you can start bringing your knees down like 8-point pose, Ashtanga Pranam. Rooting down through the hands, elbows back, tailbone tilts up as the chest comes down, and we scoop all the way through, baby cobra, full cobra, even an up dog. So many different versions depending on how dynamic you wanted, how soft you wanted. So just play around with what works for you and what you want to do on that day. Back to down dog. Let's step that left foot through between our hands, right knees on the mat, inhaling, coming up.
And this time grab that right hand again, root down through that left foot. Feel the energy coming up towards your core and down the back leg. Stretching over. If you want to make it a little bit stronger for your shoulders, just trying to pull that right hand away from the left as we stretch to the side. Good. Come back to center, into a forward bend. Let's soften those knees. Let's roll those shoulders, a nice big circle, open heart, as we bring the hands back to our heart. And there we go, just a few different ways of doing sun salutations, so completely up to you if you want to have, and just have a go at it and keep practicing and going as fast or as slow as you want to. And we're going to come back and just finish again with some breath meditation. But before we do that, let's just spend a minute or so in Shavasana. So coming to lie down on your mat. Again, if you're doing this early in the morning and you've already had a nap today, I would still recommend just lying here just for a minute, just to get your body relaxed back again, taking in everything you've done. Let the feet relax, drop out to the sides, let the palms open up towards the ceiling, and just take a few moments here just to relax. Just let your body take in everything you've done, just slowing the heartbeat down again and just relaxing. Have your eyes gently closed, noticing where your chin is, just drawing it slightly into your chest. And just notice again if you're holding on to any tension. Letting your face relax, letting your shoulders relax, letting the spine gently relax back onto the mat. Pelvis relaxes, the legs relax, feet relax, arms relax, fingers relax. So everything is lovely and relaxed again. Let the mind relax and let the breath relax. And then we're going to come up nice and slowly into some seated meditation. So again, bringing the knees, bending the legs, bring the knees up towards your chest and just drop over to your right side, and then start coming back up to seated. Keep your eyes soft or gently closed for the moment. Seating on your mat or on your cushion if you prefer. Take a few moments, whichever position is comfortable for your legs. Let the hands just relax on your lap. And we'll just finish off. If you would like to continue in seated meditation, and continue with just connecting back to your breath. Nice long breaths. Maybe just counting the breaths as you take your next inhale, counting for 1, 2, 3, 4, and then exhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4. Continue for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you do want to continue with that, or if you want to make your breath even more relaxing, you can inhale for the count of 4 and maybe exhale for the count of 6. So you're really slowing and calming the body. So if you're about to go to bed, if you're doing this in the evening, then that's a really good breath just to set yourself up for relaxing and going to sleep. So I will leave you in seated meditation if you want to carry on. Otherwise, if not, we are going to bring our hands together in front of our heart. Just bring our awareness back to our intention, just taking a moment to connect back to the intention. Maybe just press your thumbs into your heart. Just draw that intention with love into your heart. And as we end our practice with love, uniting our mind, our body and breath to our heart, by always thinking kind thoughts, saying kind words, doing kind deeds, being kind to ourselves. And then let's briskly rub those palms together again, getting energy back into the body, waking it up. And then placing those palms over our eyes as we blink back into the light. And we take our hands away and we end with namaste. And thank you for sharing your practice with me. And I will now attempt to turn off this recording without looking like a complete crazy person. Thank you and goodbye.